What's up, everybody? Yes, indeed, I am back, man. Check this out, people. Today, I have a message for Cali Legends Media. I believe that's his title, the homie from Maravilla. I got a message for you, my boy. So, for those of you that want to tune in, stay tuned in because you guys already know this is a fitness channel with a twist, man. And I will always start off talking about fitness, nutrition, or overall health in general. Today, I'm going to speak a little bit about insulin resistance and what it is and what it does. Okay, all reality, it's all bad. But anyways, people, before I go and move on to what I need to do, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, put your notification bell on all, share this channel. Let's get it up to 10,000 subscribers. You guys already know what time it is. What's going to happen once I reach that 10,000 mark, we'll start doing lives on a regular basis. And on my lives, everybody's welcome to pull up. I believe it's going to be a better platform to iron things out that people don't really understand when I'm trying to put stuff out here on social media. People had a misconception of what my channel really is. I push a little bit of everything, people. You know what I mean? I don't push politics. That's one thing I do not do because I live out here in the free world, people. You know, that stuff that people try to push here on the YouTube yarda, it's for the birds. Real talk, man. And before I go on to what I need to talk on about with Mr. Cali Legends Media, I'm gonna talk about insulin resistance. But like I said, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, put your notification bell and all. Share this channel, people. Let's get it to go. So anyways, people, insulin resistance, okay? Insulin resistance is where cells in the body don't respond normally to insulin, people. It's a hormone that helps glucose get from your blood into your cells for energy. Now, when you have insulin resistance, your cells, they're not going to take in the glucose as well as they should, which can then lead to high sugar levels. And insulin resistance is often a precursor to type 2 diabetes, people. So that's why I preach day in, day out, it's important to invest in your health. You may feel healthy in that point of time where you're at right now, but trust and believe the damage that you're doing to your body doesn't go away. It starts adding up. It's kind of like with the creation of enemies. Enemies don't go away. Friends disappear. Enemies keep adding up. You know, and I've created so-called enemies on this YouTube yarda with individuals that I probably will never even see. When I come at you individuals, because there's a lot of trolls out there that want to try to play this Mexica warrior, come at me in a foul way. Do you expect me to bite down on my tongue? Absolutely not. I'm not going to. But I just do it I respond to you because when you throw a punch, you got to be able to take a punch. Well, anyways, now, with that being said, man, if you guys want to get started in your fitness journey, shoot me a DM or email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com, man. I mean, I have results. This is to them motherfucking individuals, Mr. Chicano, whatever your fucking name is, wanting me to make a full workout video for you. You know the first thing that I thought, my boy, when you said that, and I've actually paid attention to you in the past. You always come at me with some weird-ass questions and shit that make no sense. So it's either you're a troll or you got sugar in your tank because you get off on seeing this older cat in the great shape that I'm in. And keep in mind, I see what you're trying to push. You're hating because I didn't do what you asked me of. You got me fucked up, my boy. Anybody that's gonna question and want to see full videos and shit before they sign up on my team, you're not made for my team. Especially with your profile, my boy. You're promoting alcohol. That's just showing that you're a fucking drunk. A drunk or alcoholic or someone that just loves to party. If you're gonna get up to try to do your thing, especially to get over on someone like me, you got to get up real early in the morning to get over on a cat like me. My day starts at 2 o'clock in the morning. While you're still laying in bed, shitting your drawers, farting, and whatever else you're doing, scratching your ass while you're asleep, I've done had rutina, breakfast, a second breakfast, went over all of my team members' profiles, done did a whole lot. In my mid-morning day, I've done did what you probably do all day. So you got to get up early in the morning to try to get over on this individual. And what you're trying to push out there, save it. If there's other YouTube people or people on Instagram putting up long videos, hey, go seek advice from them. The fuck, do you think you were gonna get a free handout, my boy? You're nobody special. I get free tips on the daily to help people promote their better overall health, to work on their health. I mean, you can go, like I said, take a look at my Instagram. I've been there for over a couple of years. And if you want to see a video of me, go check out my 30-minute video that I did right there. 300 straight burpees with the respiratory virus flu. I was sick and didn't even bust a sweat. Look at this guy right here. Look at yourself. I guarantee you beat up from the feet up and tore up from the fucking floor up, my boy. Keep it real, man. Stop hating. Know what I'm saying? That's enough with you. And I got another guy on there that asked the same question as you. More than likely, you guys are buddies. If you aren't, hey, my bad. I just call it how I see it. You know what I mean? I ain't got time to fucking fiddle diddle. This is your life that you're investing in. This is your health. I know where I stand in my health. I'm good. And real quick, I know I said I was going to talk about Cali Media, and I am. Not about him, but I'm going to elaborate on what he spoke on. There's this one individual, Mr. Rampart Street. I was just over there yesterday, matter of fact, at the original Tommy Burgers off of Rampart, my boy. From the looks of it, my boy, fat boy, check this out, man. Quit it already. Cut it out, homie. You're living in an apartment at your Jefita's apartment, my boy. On a lounge chair in the front. It's crazy. It is what it is. I'm not even going to get into that, man. There's a couple other cats that I want to address here, and this is to bring me to Mr. Cali Legends, man. Cali Legend Media. I'm familiar who this individual is. I actually have his direct number. We've chopped it up on the phone. I don't know him on a personal basis, but he had reached out to me. We chopped it up, and you know what I mean? And we chopped it up about a couple things, and, good dude, man. You know what I mean? He comes from a time that's similar to, I'm sure we're about around the same age, but obviously he grew up in a different area than me, so we're gonna have a slight different stilo. But he had mentioned, and this is what I gotta agree with my boy on, man. When he spoke about the YouTube yarda on that AC American Cholo. That's an individual. I support him too. You know what I mean? But it's like I'm exactly like Cali Legends Media, you know what I mean? I support the homie, but I'm not always going to pull up to everything that they're talking about. I may not like the topic, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to bash the homie. I'm going to let him keep on doing what he does. And I'm more than sure that's what the homie Cali Media does with me too, because I'm a little different, I should pump my brakes and not let certain things get to me and get me all riled up, but that's just the warrior that's always been in me. I wish I could shake that, you know what I'm saying? Because all bullshit aside, these individuals here on social media, these net bangers and shit, that's exactly what they are. You know what I mean? They have no faces. They know exactly who I am, and I'm out there in the mix. You know what I mean? I ain't hiding. I'm up and down Whittier Boulevard. I'm everywhere. And I really gotta try to refrain from entertaining these fucking poo butts, because that's basically what they are. You know what I'm saying? But when you hear it time in, time out, day in, day out, you know what I mean? It'll get to a person. I'm only a human being, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, coming from the background that I come from, oh my goodness, I'm very, very hot-tempered. It runs in my family. And well, anyways, enough rambling. That's one thing this cat does. I do fucking ramble on a lot, man. It is what it is. But Mr. Cali Legends Media, man, he had a good point. The way he explain what went on with American Cholo and the division, how he had two different groups. I didn't see that, but I heard about it, you know what I mean? But I don't get involved with this social media stuff like a lot of people believe that I do. A lot of people here on social media believe that I tune into all the fucking bullshit that goes on. I really don't. I don't have time for that. I barely have enough time to put up content for myself on YouTube and take care of my Instagram. I have I have my own life that I have to, apply energy to. I don't want to be one of these persons that get fucking caught up in this social media is their fucking life, everything and anything that they do. And, posting this and that. When I go on trips, that's what I do because that's something I like to enjoy with you guys. You know what I mean? I'm showing that I'm living my best life, other than just hanging out in the hood the way I used to do. I never really used to really hang out I would hang out in the hood, but I was out doing my other things, you know what I mean? I was patrolling everywhere, let's just put it that way, let's keep it safe. Hold on real quick, gentlemen. I don't know, my umbrella, like I said, I don't have a studio. Maybe I should start doing what Cali Legends Media does, do it in my ride, my ramfla, you know what I mean, in my whip. Different titles for cars nowadays, But anyways, people, yeah, I really don't follow what's going on in this YouTube yarda, and I'm just like what Cali Media said, man. When I first heard this fucking YouTube yarda, I'm like, what the fuck kind of bullshit is this? And those of you that have been watching me for a while, man, you guys know exactly what I'm saying, and I'm being truthful and honest about this. There was a day where I came in and I said, you know what, fuck it, it is what it is. The YouTube yarda must exist because the fucking, the mashicas on YouTube, they don't go away. They constantly fucking recruiting on a daily. It's not a winning battle. So back to what Cali Media said. Homies go on here and play games, you know what I mean? They'll it's for entertainment. They joke about shit. But I could understand why certain individuals may get offended when someone jokes about them, because then that's the way I've caught myself, you know what I mean? Because I look at it this way. I look like, hey, this motherfucker doesn't know me for shit. Who the fuck do you think he is talking about me? And then I come at him a certain way, and then they'll have to get back to me in the comments and say, hey, OG, I was just bullshitting. I was just joking with you, And it's because of my lifestyle, the way I grew up, you know what I mean? So if I've ever came at anybody foul and in the wrong way, hey, dispensa, you know what I mean? It's something that's been embedded in me all my life. I could see homies talking shit to one another that knows someone on a personal basis, or someone that you're doing tiempo with, you know what I mean? Because we do tiempo with homies from different areas. And every area has their fucking clowns. Every area has their fuck ups. Every area has them people that went out backwards. So there's no area that's better than others, and I'm keeping it real with you, because at the end of the day, everyone's going to claim their area as the best. That's in our nature, that's in our blood. We're very territorial, and we're very up for that challenge. We're competitive in everything that we do when it comes to raza. And I'm not saying that other races aren't, because they are just as well. It's just a lot of times we don't pay attention to the way they get down, is because we're more focused on what we're doing. When really what we should be doing is focusing on yourself, your self-worth. That's the most important thing, man. But I see, I tip my hat and applaud Mr. Cali Media, Steve. I think that's his plaqueazo, Steve. I don't know his nickname, you know what I mean? But I tip my hat to him. He's seems like a very down-to-earth individual. And like I said, man, I'm the individual. I'll sit here, I watch certain content creators, and I'm very familiar who Mr. Josh is, homie Hangout. That's a good dude, man. He actually reached out to me, tapped in, and we chopped it up for over an hour on the phone. I have his direct number too. And very educated person, and UC Berkeley graduate, you know what I mean? You can't take what that man has earned. Even though a lot of people try to bash and shit, that shit's for the birds, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, man, everybody out here, such as myself, the older homies, Sonny, I haven't seen Sonny for a cool minute. The streets ain't loyal, but I remember him when he first started too, and the shit that he went through. I don't know what happened with this day of age, man. These youngsters, they lost respect, or I think what it was is just, a lot of the older homies and that weren't around to give the homies clecha, you know what I mean, or lace them up. You know, I'm glad to say, you know, in my barrio, I see nothing has really changed. I hear things, but I don't see it, and it makes me happy, man. But the day that it, you know, I start hearing little homies use certain words, it's gonna break my heart, you know. But anyways, I rambled on, didn't I? I'm supposed to stick to the topic, Mr. Cali Legends Media, my boy. Hey, I give you your flowers, my boy. You hit the nail on the head, and that's exactly how I felt, carnal, when I first seen this YouTube yada. So now I know you refrain from watching my videos because I be getting my clown on, and I know I do, and it's not to your liking, which is okay. But the reason I do this, and I sometimes I come out of character, it's because it's the YouTube yarda, and I'm just clowning. I finally accepted it, you know what I mean? So this is what the audience wants to see, so that's what I do, you know? Because in real life, when you meet me in person, you'll see who I am. I am who I am, what you see on social media. I'm very vocal. I will express my feelings, and yes, but I know how to conduct myself in a professional manner. A lot of times people see me express myself here. It's just content that I put out there because it's therapeutic to me. You know, I respect that you been out, what, 20 years, 25 years? I hope to reach that goal one day, carnal. You know what I mean? I think I've only been out for 10 years. But I'm sober, though, you know? So I've been sober, what, like, I don't know, 12, 13 years. Because my last little stint was some bullshit wino time. I had, what, 32 with 80. Nothing major. Just went in to visit and say cuvo to the homies. And that was that. But at the end of the day, I'm telling you guys right now, I know a lot of people say, well, if I watch and listen to these individuals, that I should side with them, and they box me in with them as well. That just shows a lot about your character. I mean, you know what I mean? Because I don't live around certain individuals that I watch. You know what I mean? It doesn't affect my lifestyle, whatever jackets you try to put on these individuals. And like I said, when it comes to that, and to deep into that, the political side, the ones that should be worried about that, if there is anything foul that's went on with certain individuals, I'm sure their homeboys would deal with it. You know, why are you gonna try to recruit somebody that lives thousands of miles away because you figured that, oh, this guy would be easy to manipulate, let's get him to join our team so we could bash this other content creator? I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Renegade Media, he puts up a lot of fucking shit that I don't like, but I'm not gonna sit here and bash him day in, day out. I speak when something has been brought to my attention. That's what I do. I don't go searching for this shit. I ain't got time for that. I know a lot of you, there's an individual, my bad, carnal, Vario Driven. You know, you guys know who it is. He's an actor in his own right. He wants to interview me, and I've been really busy, carnal. But if you happen to see this video, I will be tapping in with you today. You know what I mean? To give you an update on that, because I know you want to interview me, and yeah, we could probably make it happen. Yeah, but anyways, people, with that being said, man, I'm gonna bring this video to an end. It's enough motherfucking rambling. Once again, I tip my hat to Cali Legends Media. He came at and broke it down, what was going on between the division, between those three cats. I guess it was Boxer, Slugs, and I guess you had 1 yard and you had another yard. To me, it looked like like I said, I'm not gonna say anyone's pesetas because I'm not gonna do that. I'm not in position to make judgment on anybody, and I'm not gonna do research. That's, to me, it's all hearsay. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like I said, when you're standing in line and you chop it up with the person next to you, are you doing a background check on them? No, you're not. So I'm just gonna keep it short and sweet to that. Well, anyways, people, if you want to get started in your fitness journey, shoot me a DM. It's High Power Fitness, high_power_fitness_, or you could email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. Don't motherfucking talk about it, be about it. And to you fucking trollos Not even the cholos, to you fucking funny bunnies, you fucking weirdos out there trying to put a fucking jacket on me, saying, "Oh, what happened to all the talk about it to be about a motherfucker? This is a fitness channel, you fucking stupid idiots." And there I go. You see, I get foul at the mouth too. It's because it's annoying. You know what I mean? It's something that irks me because there's so much stupidity. Motherfuckers want to come onto your channel and start side busting when they never even seen the beginning of your channel. Right away, they want to put a label on you because they seen one little video and I offended one of their gods that they look up to, such as Renegade Media or fucking Wes Watson. I know an individual personally, I know a couple individuals personally that went through Wes Watson's program. So miss me with that bullshit. I ain't trying to be like Wes Watson. I'm being me, baby. I'm like way older than that cat. He just got way more feria than me. But it's all good though. I got something that he doesn't have, and that's a value. I got a family, and I'm sober, and I ain't sticking nothing in my motherfucking arms to get all. This is me, baby. What you see is what you get. Well, anyways, people, with that being said, get up and get yours.